Hi there. Welcome back to our next session, Advanced Java. In this session we are going to discuss JSP Directives elements. The JSP directives are messages that tells the web container how to translate a JSP page into the corresponding servlet. When we create a JSP file, the compiler actually creates servlet from the behind. This is done with the help of JSP directives. There are three types of directives: page directive, include directive, and TAGLIB directive. Now let's talk about JSP page directive. The page directive defines attributes that apply to an entire JSP page. Here is the syntax on your screen. There are many attributes of JSP page directive. Some of them are import, content type, extends, info, buffer, language, is L ignored, is thread safe, auto flush, session, page encoding, error page, and is error page. Let's see an example of import attribute. You can see an example on your screen. In this example I have imported Java Util date class. This class can be accessed on the whole JSP file. Now let's see JSP include directive. The include directive is used to include the contents of any resource. It may be JSP file, HTML file, or text file. The include directive includes the original content of the included resource at page translation time, that is, the JSP page is translated only once, so it will be better to include static resource. Advantage of include directive is code reusability. You can see the syntax on your screen. Let's understand it with an example. In this example, we are including the content of the header.html file. To run this example you must create a header.html file. So, I have already created a header.html file. Let's see header.html file. In this file I have given a message to show on the JSP page. Now let's see index.jsp page. First of all I have include the header.html file. My HTML file is at parallel to JSP, so I am giving only name of file. If your file is somewhere else you need to provide proper path. In next expression tag I am printing today's date. Now save the file. Copy the root folder. Go to Apache's Web Apps folder and paste it there. Now go to the browser and open the Apache Server Manager page. You can see your folder name in the application list. Click on the link and you can see the HTML page content and JSP page content on the same browser page. JSP TAGLIB directive. The JSP TAGLIB directive is used to define a tag library that defines many tags. We use the TLD, tag library descriptor, file to define the tags. In the custom tag section we will use this tag, so it will be better to learn it in custom tag. For now I am just showing you the syntax of TAGLIB directive. We learn more about it in the custom tag session. See the syntax. Now let's discuss about exception handling in JSP. The exception is normally an object that is thrown at runtime. Exception handling is the process to handle the runtime errors. There may occur exception any time in your web application. So handling exceptions is a safer side for the web developer. In JSP, there are two ways to perform exception handling. By error page and is error page attributes of page directive, and by error page element in WEB.XML file. Let's see it with an example using attributes error page and is error page of page directives. In this case, you must define and create a page to handle the exceptions, as in the error.jsp page. The pages where may occur exception, define the error page attribute of page directive, as in the process.jsp page. There are three files. Index.jsp, for input values. Process.jsp, for dividing the two numbers and displaying the result, and error.jsp, for handling the exception. Now let's do it. I have already created the files. Let's see index.jsp file. In index file I have created a form to accept two inputs and there is a button called divide onto it. In the form action I have given process.jsp file. Copy the code. Now let's see process.jsp file. In this file I have given page directive on the top of the file. I have used error page attribute and given the name of the file to be called. In the scriptlet tag write your Java code. Get the values from the index file and write the operation to be performed. I have put the logic of division of the numbers, and it will print the integer quotient on the screen after calculation. Now let's see the error.jsp page. On the top of this page catch the exception using page directives is error page attribute. Write your message and print the exception in expression tag. See the code. Now save the file. Copy the root folder and paste it in web apps folder. Now open the web browser and log into the server manager page. You can see your folder link in the application list. If not found, refresh the page. Now click on the link. You will get a form with two input fields. Input two numbers. Number 2 should not be 0. You can see the output. Now go back to form again. Give second number as 0. Now you will get your error page with message and exception name. You can check it by providing some character values. You will get some other exception type. Now let's see exception handling in JSP using WEB.XML file. This approach is better because you don't need to specify the error page attribute in each JSP page. Specifying the single entry in the WEB.XML file will handle the exception. In this case, either specify exception type or error code with the location element. If you want to handle all the exception, you will have to specify the Java-lang exception in the exception type element. Let's see the simple example. There are 4 files. Web.xml file, for specifying the error page element. Index.jsp4, input values. Process.jsp4, dividing the two numbers and displaying the result, and error.jsp4, displaying the exception. Let's see the example. First off, I'll see the WEB.XML file. This file should be in web.inf folder. You can see a tag called error page. Pass the value of error code in error code tag. Give the location of landing error page. You can copy the code. Now let's go back and see the index.jsp page. This page is same as the earlier example. I have created a form with action. In action it will send the data to the process.jsp file. There are 2 input fields and a submit button with divide as caption. See the code. Now let's see the process.jsp file. It is also same, but the page directive attribute has been removed. Now it is not required. Get the values from the index page. Parse them into integers and write the expression for division. Now let's visit the error page. It is also same. In page directive it will check whether exception is caught or not. If it is caught, then it will give the output of the error page. Save your files and copy the root directory and paste it to the web apps folder of Apache. Now open the browser and open the server page. You can see your folder link in the application list. If it is not there, don't worry, just refresh your page. Here you go, now you can see the link appeared. Click on it and give the input values. See on the screen. If you provide the 0 as the second input, it will give you error message. Hope you understood the topics discussed so far. You need to do practice along with this tutorial. Hope you liked this session. We will see some more interesting topics on JSP. Till then, happy coding, thank you. Hope you liked the video. We will get to know more topics in our upcoming sessions. Till then, thank you.